Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, disneylandforever.com. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And, I don't know, it's the end of August. I don't know where to go with this.
It's been raining, which has been nice. We need the rain.
Here in Utah, yeah. It's been, well, I don't think it's been raining as much as we really need it to.
No, but any is better than zero.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough to do anything with the fires that are down south, but, you know.
What was interesting is that they were saying on the news that, quote, the whole West is dry and on fire. And I'm like, not here in Utah, weirdly.
We have a couple of fires.
Yeah, there's a couple of fires.
I know that makes it sound callous, but normally by now we have like 5.
All the world's wildfires. Yeah. Not as many as California.
We usually rival California in the number of
lot.
wildfires. Not this year. But I guess we can also say, like, a big thing is that it's officially the Halloween season at Disneyland.
Yep.
So there's that.
Didn't it start in March or something?
No, you were thinking Disney World's.
Oh.
Disneyland's didn't start until June.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things are just kind of plugging along. I don't even think we have anything. I don't know. I guess that's just like, it seems to be usually the thing in August. Things just kind of become like, it's there.
Summer's winding down. People go back to school.
Yeah.
Halloween's sort of coming.
Yeah. I guess it's pumpkin spice latte season. I was talking with one of our friends.
Always exciting.
So like, well, I'm sitting with my pumpkin spice latte. I'm like, oh, you're one of those.
I have still never tried it.
I tried it and I was like, it's fine. I want it to actually taste like pumpkin.
I know. It's a misnamed.
Well, it's not misnamed because it does say it's just pumpkin spice.
Yes.
But I would like it to be pumpkin flavored with pumpkin spice. Then I would be very big.
On
fan,
a pumpkin.
No. I don't want to lick a pumpkin. Ew. So anyway, today we are going to be talking about, how do we want to put this? Safety of you and yours?
Yeah, safety of you and your belongings.
Apologies also for the crazy cat. If you hear like any rumbling in the background, that's our cat.
She's got the zoomies.
Anyway, you're saying safety of you and your belongings? Is that what we're saying?
Something. Just safe stuff. I don't know. It all got lumped together, but I don't know how to categorize it.
Safe.
Just call it safe stuff. It'll be the joke.
Is that going to be the title of this
I think
episode?
so.
Probably
Safe
now?
stuff.
I had a different idea in mind, but maybe
What?
it's going to be. I don't even know. I think I was going to say like for your safety or something like that, or for safety's sake. I don't know. But
For
I
your
like
consideration,
I like
safety.
safety stuff.
Because I was thinking of what Sala says, but it's also very wordy when he's in the Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah.
And to keep you safe and sound.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll get there in a hot second, about what we're talking. It's just more like little things that aren't to different extents. They're just safety things to be aware of, or that we think you ought to be aware of in the parks.
They're not always like the most obvious, and we'll try to explain kind of why Disney has done some of these. So
yeah,
hopefully it'll be helpful to you.
We do have a new review.
We do.
From this country.
Yes, from the United States. They said, or it was H. Von Hatten.
Ooh.
They said, best podcast. Thank you.
Yay.
It is. I mean, just kidding.
We're so humble.
Thank you for stating the
I'm
obvious.
the most humble.
I'm the most humblest of all. This is such a fun podcast to listen to. The dynamic between the two of them are engaging, fun, hilarious, and informative. I listen to this podcast on my way to work as my motivation to get money for Disney. Thanks for all of your hard work.
I think that's one of my favorite sentences I've heard. My motivation to get money for Disney.
Oh, I tell people all the time because they're like, well, can't you afford this and that? And can't you buy this? I'm like, at least a half of my salary goes to the Walt Disney Company. So, yes. No. With DVC, with trips, with merch.
I still think my favorite GIF I've ever seen is of that like old timey kid who's just throwing fists. It's like black and white, just throwing fistfuls of money out the window, and I'm like, that's us.
Yep,
that's us. Like all of it's just out there.
Sometimes we have money for food and
occasionally
oxygen.
We actually live in a shack, guys.
That doesn't have oxygen.
No, we really don't. But Anyway, thank you for the laugh. Yes. I needed that. And we're glad that you enjoy it, and we're glad that it's your motivation. And thank you so much for leaving the review. If you guys have not yet, make sure that you leave us a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify or Audible. And you can also leave us a 5-star review, just like this one, if you haven't done so yet, on Apple, and we really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much.
Or evidently random comments on Spotify. Just send them to us.
I don't know about that. But
if you do.
If you feel like it. But anyway, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. It helps us so much, and it also puts smiles on our faces.
Yes.
Shall we get into the really lengthy news segment?
Yep.
It's so long.
So after last week when they decided to not do anything the same and canceling Disneyland, this week there was the Mickey's Trick or Treat thing.
Mickey's Trick and Treat show.
Like
this
the
is
show.
What's in the Disney Junior Theater.
They announced that it has candy too.
Woo!
Cool. And the other huge groundbreaking news is there's a new store at Downtown Disney called Nectar Life.
Which opened months ago.
Yeah, which already opened. I don't know why this is news.
When we were last there, it was open, and I think that we'd even...
It was kind of a quiet
And they had the
thing.
kiosk back there before then. Before the building was done, they had a kiosk.
Oh, yeah. It's like the bath bombs and
but they all look
soaps.
like food.
Yeah. It's pretty cool looking, and they're not horribly expensive, so...
I didn't really realize at first that it was soap, and I walked in like, why are there so many sinks? And like, oh, it's soaps. So that's not news.
Yeah, it would be, I think, cooler if they were like Mickey shaped or Minnie.
But you want everything in Downtown Disney to be Disney themed.
I know
things at Disney Springs are not that way.
Well, Disney Springs has 243 million stores.
It has I think it only has 3 times as many as Downtown Disney, but they're spread out.
Oh, it's a lot of places, and
it has 14 times as many restaurants. But
yes. There's a lot of stuff. So I'm a little more...
I don't think Downtown Disney should be just Disney. I really don't think so. I think it has plenty of room for non-Disney things.
Yeah.
We spent a good amount of time in the curl surf.
Yes.
See? And
they did give
Disney.
They did give a discount.
Yes, but they did have nothing Disney in there. That's our news. That's it.
Yeah.
I think because the Halloween... I guess you can also mention, we got our... It's weird that they didn't give us any sort of sneak peek at the gingerbread house in the Haunted Mansion Holiday until it opened.
Yeah.
And it's...
it's very cute.
It's all paying homage to the crows in the Haunted Mansion. Fun thing about the crows that they're supposed to be these omens that are following you through all the rooms. So you'll find a crow in almost every room.
And it's usually the
house.
one-eyed... Or one eye's red or no?
No, they're both red.
Oh, they're both red, yeah. I was thinking the kitty.
If you're wondering, how often do you see them? During Haunted Mansion Holiday, notice how many times you see the vampire teddy. The vampire teddy is always in the place of... It's not necessarily in the exact same location, but it's always in the place of the crows, the ravens. That's why you never see the raven anywhere during Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Quoth the raven, now I'm a vampire teddy. I think that's how the...
Sure.
Edgar Allan Poe thing goes.
But it's anyway. The gingerbread house is amazing as always. And again, in case you didn't know, it's real gingerbread. Even though it moves and everything, it's real gingerbread. They do pipe in some smell, so it smells more than it actually.
Yeah.
Would
Now that you taught me about the plexiglass stuff there and the crack and whatnot, I was like, oh well, then how do you smell it?
They do pipe in gingerbread smell, but it is a real gingerbread house.
Yeah.
So they spend months working on it and putting it together. So
I don't know how
which is insane to me.
Yeah, how do they move it there?
Very delicately. I think I think that's the main thing that takes them 2 weeks to do is that they give them 2 weeks to put this back to assemble it.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long and it's so delicate.
Well, and Haunted Mansion Holiday has so many things in it. I just don't get it.
But by this point, that's the other thing is actually they did announce it has a new Oogie Boogie animatronic. It does basically the same stuff, but they updated it because apparently before it was just a repurposed Big Al animatronic from the Country Bear Jamboree, and now they built a purpose-built Oogie Boogie, and it looks better. I've seen some video; it looks a lot better. But those are it. That's the updates.
They have so many things they put up. I don't know where they store all that.
I think it just becomes second nature at this point.
I'm sure.
They're just we can do this. We know exactly where everything goes.
Yep.
So makes it easy. Anyway, so now that we've wasted enough time trying to figure out how to describe this.
Safety stuff.
Safety stuff. Some of these things are legit. Most of these things are legit safety things that Disney actually insists on, and the cast members will actually officially tell you to follow them. And some of them are just things where people just don't seem to think through this. And so we might be preaching to the choir, but we're going to go with it anyway.
Yep.
The number one thing, and this is where there's a whole term related to this.
Yep.
But why don't you get us started?
Yeah, don't run. You'll be tempted to, especially at rope drop. You may be tempted if you're like trying to get to a dinner reservation that you're late for. It's not safe. There's so much movement of people and ECVs and carts and just stuff. And you can often slip and fall on things and trip on stuff. So it's a big Disney no to run. What are you supposed to do instead?
They call it a Disney. Well, people call it a Disney run, where it's basically like you're running.
Speed walking.
It's basically like you're speed walking, like the Olympics. It's basically like you're doing that, but it's like officially walking. So they call it like you're Disney running.
Speed walking is so silly looking to me.
Yeah, apparently it's very technical.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed watching it the last Olympics.
On the Olympics.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because you have to have like.
There's rules to it.
They know exactly when the foot
they
goes.
judge it.
Yeah.
There's judges. That's the only track
And
and
you
field
only
event
get
with
like 3 faults or something.
the only track event with judges. Yeah, I think you get like 3. I can't remember all of the rules of it. It's very interesting to watch. Anyway.
But we digest. What?
Digress.
I thought people. I swear it's interchangeable. I've heard both.
We digest.
Yes. Everyone out there, let me know if
People might say digest, but the phrase
I know,
is
but
digress.
I digress. Yeah.
Anyway.
But my tummy makes food.
My tummy makes food. Mr. Doctor, sir.
Takes food, puts it into smaller things.
Wow.
Breaks it up.
Wow.
Absorbs
you should be a teacher.
Nutrients.
You should be a teacher.
I know.
Explain things to people. Okay, so next thing. Obviously, there's a reason why they say keep your hands inside.
Hands,
the ride
arms,
at all
feet, and legs inside.
and it's for your own safety, so you don't hit your arms on anything. And there's so many rides where we see them. We're like, wow, you're really brave lifting up so high. Officially, are you going to get hurt?
Probably not.
Probably not. Disney does actually test these things to make sure there's plenty of space where you're probably not going to hit anything. But
I swear, I think it was on Big Thunder, one of the times we went, not this last trip, but the one before, where there was like a guy who was like 9 feet tall.
Yes.
And put his arms up. And I'm like, oh, dude, you better hope that they included a 9-foot person as part of the testing of this.
And my whole thing is Space Mountain. Like, people are so confident about it. And I'm like, I think if the lights were on, you wouldn't be like, as confident about
it is
this.
pretty tight.
Again, are you going to hit anything? No, but it's just more like, it gives me a heart attack sometimes. Yeah. Just like, oh, I better not be behind someone who's about to lose a limb.
I can see it when it's like way open and whatever. But yeah,
just
when there's like a little clearance, be careful.
Be aware. I'm not saying don't lift up your hands, but they don't necessarily. Maybe just like lift them up at 90-degree angles. That's fine. Anyway, I know you're officially not going to have any problems, but it is just like just in case.
Just be careful.
Just in case.
There's always weird things on the internet. They're like, did you know that someone got decapitated on Space Mountain? I'm like, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't. That never happened. I'm trying to know what this is because we did talk about all these things. Seatbelts raise hands before no boys on you.
Bags. Bags.
Boys.
So this, and it's an explicitly written rule now on
that you
Guardians.
can't have boys on you?
Yep, that's it. That the cast members now have you raise your hands after the seatbelts have been fastened to make sure.
They've always done that.
Yeah, but it says.
But yeah, go on. But
there's a new sign now that says like.
It's letting you know. But
yeah, if you.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted you.
I can't remember even how it says it.
Don't worry about it. There's a sign.
Yeah, the sign. It's to prevent because there was like some TikTok thing or I don't know
if it was a TikTok thing.
Just people told.
They've always done this, but like.
Yeah, but if you like tried to loosen your seatbelt, you could go higher or whatever.
He says loosen your seatbelt. So, people found that if you put something between your lap and the seatbelt. Before it actually goes up, that you could then move whatever was between you and the seatbelt, and the seatbelt has now locked into position. It's not going to retract. It's locked there, and so you would have more space to be able to be lifted up out of your seat when the elevator goes down.
Yep.
And it's not safe because that means that there's too much space between you and the seatbelt, so you could actually fly out of it. Mm-hmm. So that's actually why, I guess I shouldn't say they've always done it, but for the majority of the existence of these rides, they ask you to raise your hands up because they want to. They're looking at your seatbelt to make sure there's nothing between you and your seatbelt.
Yeah, what do they do it on Star Tours usually? I'm trying to remember some of the rides.
Not Radiator Springs. Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of Resistance.
And Guardians and Indy.
Yep.
So all the motion simulator ones.
Yeah.
And I think they also do it on Smuggler's Run, don't they? I think they say really quickly, lift your hands up.
I think so.
Yeah. So all the motion simulator type rides.
Yeah.
They do.
Don't fall out of your seat.
And you may notice that on at least on Guardians, and they're starting to do it with some other rides like this, they've started to replace also Soarin'.
Oh yeah.
They do it on Soarin'.
The seatbelts have been replaced.
They're starting to replace the seatbelts they'll have yellow stripes on the top and bottom of the seatbelts.
So they need to see both stripes.
Yeah, it's easy for them to see if there's something between you and your seatbelt.
Yeah.
So just know,
and
they will tell you have to,
even if you're not doing it
outside the seatbelt.
Yeah, even if you're not doing it maliciously, where you're trying to fly up and stuff. Like if you just have like a small bag or a purse or something, it's just don't put it in between you and the seat. They will make you move it anyway. So just put it at your feet. What we often do, especially for Guardians, is just put like the backpack straps like around our legs, and then it's usually safe enough.
It works better for you than for me, but it still works. But
well, I don't hold on.
I know.
So yeah.
Along with that, also with seatbelts. We actually witnessed this the last time we were there on Radiator Springs Racers. I guess it's 4 of the 6 seats.
The outside ones.
Have like the crossbody seatbelts like you have in a car. There was a guy in the row in front of us that got in, he put a seatbelt on, but then he put the crossbody part of the seatbelt behind his back. And the cast member would not press the button to let us go.
You can't do that.
Until he put it back.
Which is interesting because the middle seat only has the one over the belt, or over your lap. But yeah, you can't have that behind you.
I will say that since I tend to be the one in the outside lane on those, it actually does hold you back.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if part of it is to restrain you, and in the middle you just can't reach anything. But on the edges you could reach something, so it kind of restrains you from being able to reach out like that. I'm wondering if it has something to do with it. But just know, and I'm thinking it would be more likely to happen with someone's kid, who they would have their kids sit there and then say, "Oh, this is a little bit big. Let's put it behind you." They're not going to let you. It has to be in front of you.
And that's it has a height requirement anyway. So
yeah.
There's some of the rides that you are at least strongly encouraged, if not prohibited, from wearing hats on. Specifically, Rise of the Resistance. I think they still kind of advise you on Mickey and Minnie's. For those 2 rides specifically, if your hat flies off and gets in the way of the track, not track, whatever, the places where the cars are supposed to go, it will shut it down.
I've heard that Mickey and Minnie's now has signs that actually says that I don't know if it was just in Florida, if it was just in California, I'm not sure. But they actually have signs now that let you know that the cast members are going to ask you to put your phones away before they release your car. Because they've been having people lose their phones.
Yep, that'll mess it up.
It does the same thing. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, those and then Indy, and Goofy Sky School and the Incredicoaster, they at least advise you don't have your hat on because it just has a high risk of flying off. There's even like Big Thunder. There have been times when there's people in front of us. I'm like, get ready to catch a hat soon. Mm-hmm. It didn't happen, but I was worried.
And then, like, seriously, on most of these, they actually, again, they will not let the car move forward unless you take your hat off. And it's because they have a really bad problem with hats getting lost, and they're tired of dealing with it.
Seriously?
So they say, take your hat off. And that's why. They're not really being mean about it. They're just saying we're tired of having to constantly search for hats.
That baffles me.
Goofy Sky School was definitely one of those, because remember when they didn't used to do that, and you could just see in the middle of the ride,
so many
hats galore.
No, but one that baffles me is Matterhorn. It goes like 2.3 miles an hour, and yet there's always hats on the side of the track. I always notice them every single time we ride.
Yes, you are correct.
How is it flying off?
You're correct.
It must be the chiropractic jolting.
No, I don't know. Also, just side note on some of these rides, Indy is another ride where they will not permit you to move on unless you put your bags in the storage pouches. They can't be at your feet.
Nope.
They have to be in the storage pouches. And Incredicoaster is another one where you can't have a bag on you at all, even just like a little purse or a small crossbody bag.
It has to be at your feet.
It has to be at your feet or in the little pouch. In the little pouch.
Unfortunately, some of those pouches are tiny, but Indy's is actually pretty big.
Yes, Indy's is not a problem. Incredicoaster can be a little.
And
bit.
was it Is it the first row that doesn't have the little, like, I can't remember which row.
Hooks.
The little hooks, so you have to put it inside, and they are pretty big size. If you'll notice, though, if you were to put it at your feet, there's nothing that prevents it from flying off from your feet.
That's why
there's no like little
they will
berm
also,
or like stuff that comes up to protect your bags. It just goes right off.
And since you brought it up, the second and third rows, they actually do have hooks.
Yeah.
And they're okay if you put your bag on the hook.
Yep.
But it has to be secured in some way. You can't just put it at your feet.
Yep.
But yeah, with the Incredicoaster, it's just because it can't really secure you very well.
No.
That over-the-shoulder restraint if you have something between you and the restraint. So they say take your bag
I've
off.
seen people
Sometimes they let people put them off to the side.
Yeah. I've seen people randomly try to have their backpack on just on their back. I'm like, no. In what world do you think this is going to work? Thankfully, though, I mean, for people who have been to other places, like in Utah, we have Lagoon, and then I think Universal Studios, the number of rides that they don't let you even have a bag, period. You have to like put it in a check. Like at least Disney considers, these people may have stuff like diapers and snacks.
The only ride they've ever built in at least the U.S. parks where you can't do it is Tron. But literally, there's no way they could have designed that.
Oh, yeah, no. Unless they had a huge container you put it in instead of your phone thing, but yeah,
that would make it look weird.
But they do it amazing. That's such a good idea to have you just use your magic band, or they
people
give you a
get
card.
confused by it constantly.
I know it's really not that difficult.
So yeah, just kind of keep in mind with some of these rides, if you're just like, what? I have it at my feet, I'm secure. Like, no, or like whatever they're asking you to do, it's because of safety, and they've had a lot of problems with it, so they just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, and even if it's not like your personal safety, it's the safety of your stuff, and it's a lot of those rides, like I said, it will shut the ride down for a couple hours, so they have to go have a cast member go onto the track and get it, or whatever, the floor. I don't know how you call it when it's the trackless system.
Yeah, the trackless ones particularly, it takes so long to restart the system. So long, they'd rather not deal with it.
Don't be the reason that it closes.
Yep. You specifically want to
this is a big one. My goodness gracious. Okay, so I love Star Wars. I love making lightsabers.
We have many.
Excuse me. But please don't like swing them willy-nilly. Don't let your kids just swing them all over. I know it's fun. I know it's great to pretend you're a Jedi and like have little fights and stuff, but they are very long, and if it swings like slightly back, it can hit someone in the crotch or in the leg,
facial region,
anywhere. Like they are very long, and you may not realize it. So
it's just more like we've seen a lot of kids that are going at it and having a fun time, and it's all innocent and everything. But it's just a matter of we just know like they aren't always looking, and sometimes even adults are not always looking what's going on just outside their periphery, and they don't know if someone's walking along and not paying any attention, and they might get whacked.
We have been whacked and almost whacked many times. So just something, you probably are aware of it, but maybe not. The rides like Pirates and Small World, especially Pirates. I'm still confused by the physics of Pirates, that they let you go without a seatbelt, without stuff, with a fairly good drop. It's not like it's not too much of an incline, but just make sure on those rides that they don't have any safety restraints, don't have any seatbelts, that you don't stand up. My goodness, we were on Small World last trip, and we happened to be on there as the fireworks were going, and so this lady should have known better. She was like 25, 30.
Woman.
Yeah, just was standing up in the boat, and multiple cast members said, Ma'am, sit down, ma'am, sit down, ma'am. Like, she didn't get it.
And in case you're wondering, no, they would not, her boat was actually due to move forward to the unloading dock, and they would not permit it to move forward, because they're like, if we get this thing to move forward, you're going to fall over and possibly hit your head on the cement. So was it? I think it was Small World. There was someone in front of us who, for some reason, was like swaying back and forth the whole time, and it made the boat move a fair amount. I'm like, if you accidentally lost your balance and fell off, it would not be good. And I know it's a slow-moving ride, but just. There's a reason they say stay seated. Stay seated. Yes, and it's any of those rides. And sometimes you find that you might be able to do it in rides where there are restraints, but they're just kind of loose, and so you could still stand up. And it's so tempting to be like, it's so tempting to say, I'm holding on to my child. They'll be fine. I don't think you understand what these rides are like. There was even a kid on Small World again that the ride had kind of broken down a little bit. We hadn't really been moving a lot, so this kid stood up. And then luckily they got their kid to sit down, and just as we did, a boat knocked into him, and then you could see that the kid would have just completely lost his balance. And also, it kind of teaches your kids that if you say, "Well, it's okay because I have them," it teaches them that it's okay if you just stand up.
Yeah, in the same vein, I just thought of something. When you're on Autopia, the reason they have you as you come back in to park your car for the next people to get on, the reason they have you wait until the car behind you's there is just in case they bump you. If you're like to undo your seatbelt, stand up, you could get knocked over too.
Yep. In fact, in case, listen to them because
they'll say wait.
They say wait, and sometimes they'll even say wait until the car behind you, and then once they have stopped, then they go, okay, you're good.
Yeah. If you may not notice that. So.
But just, I know, and some of you are like, who stands up? A lot of people. A lot of people stand up. Don't do it.
Well, and on Small World in particular, I think
Small World, I think, is like one of the worst offenders.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's so slow moving and sometimes breaks and goes really slow.
And just because there's so many children.
But they have cameras everywhere, and it also kind of ruins the experience when you hear them, the cast member coming over and interrupting the song saying, on Pirates, we've had that where they like...
Not as much as on
Not
Small
as much
World.
as Small World, but I remember one in particular where they were yelled at multiple times.
These last two, these are just things that we notice, and the cast members can't really police this because they can't be everywhere all the time. I always hate it personally when I see people sitting on the chains in the queues because, first of all, those chains are not designed
to hold
a person's weight.
Yeah.
They are not designed for that, but people sit there like, okay, this is going to hold me. Like, eventually it's going to break.
Yeah.
And like, eventually. I don't know when. It could be a long time, but you don't know how many people have already sat on that and weakened it.
And
so, like,
a lot of them, which you may not notice until especially...
No one notices it until it happens.
I've seen kids sit on them, and they're the chains that aren't... It's not a full chain. In the middle, it's two magnets holding each other, so it gives way. The kid almost falls. Yep, it's just not a good idea. So
I've seen so many people almost biff it because they sit down on the chain thinking it's just a normal chain, which again, why? But then it's one of these.
Yeah.
And you just watch them and you're like, wow, I can't believe they didn't fall all the way down.
Or people will accidentally, I've done it before, just accidentally, you'll like lean on a railing thinking it's a real railing, but it's actually like part of an emergency exit. And so you like start flying away. So just be careful because the line stuff, they need to just make all the lines like in Tokyo, the Monsters Inc. ride where they had like seats built into the
Americans would probably find
amazing.
a way to make it take advantage of that.
True.
Break them or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is frustrating when you have to like just stand around a lot, but yeah, don't sit on something that's not meant to be sat on.
And don't climb on something that's not meant to be climbed on.
Oh my goodness. You'll probably notice this, maybe. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times. So the Radiator Springs Racers line is 9 hours long, and people get bored. And some kids, in many times we've been there, have been climbing on like because it's like brick, or it's like that, I don't know, like a stone type thing that you kind of could climb on it. And then we were even there once where the father was like, "Oh, good job climbing. You're very good."
The dad was Yoda?
Evidently. Very good you are. No, I didn't do it in inverted. But like, and especially with that, I was like, really, you're going to praise your child for climbing on the wall at Disneyland?
None of these things are meant to be, they're not designed to be climbed on, and so they could break under the weight of a person because they're not necessarily supposed to support the weight of a person. They never intended anyone to climb it, and so that means that things could give way. They might look more secure than they actually are. Also, like, even just like climbing up on the railings of the queue. If a cast member does see you, they will tell you, your child or you, to get off the railing
all the time. Like specifically Astro Orbiters, when I think of where it's like that raised berm or whatever. Like, why? Even if you're holding your kid, why would you have the risk of they're like 4 feet in the air, and what if they slip and fall? Like, some of those areas are so wet with if it's been had a sprinkler going recently, or someone spilled a drink or something. Like, it always scares me.
Yeah. So anything, like, just don't climb it. Don't let your kids climb it. Because again, like, the biggest thing, and you might be like, what are they damaging? Well, because it wasn't designed to be climbed on.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that says it's going to support the weight. And you can say like, thousands of kids have climbed it and it hasn't broken. That doesn't actually help your argument, because that means like it's bound to about break.
Those, the Rollickin' Roadsters planters, same thing. I'm like, why is your kid 5 feet in the air? It's so dangerous. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And that one is just more of like it's always that there's not actually room to stand there at all because of the trees in the planters, but they still have their kids stand there. And then I'm like, your kid's going to fall over.
Yeah.
And just biff their head on the cement.
Very terrible.
It's going to be terrible. So, like, just, like, I know that they get antsy. I get that. And it gets really, really, really hard. But the answer is not just go climb on this. If you want them to go climb on stuff, fine. There's areas in Toontown.
Oh, yeah.
There's the
So much
Redwood
climbing
Creek Challenge
allowed.
Trail.
Yep.
All those places are just meant to be climbed on. They intended it.
Run around, get the energy out. Although you can't. Oh, no, you can do it during the day.
Oh, even in Tom Sawyer Island. Go over to Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to be running around and climbing through things.
Yep, they
that
think
is their
through
whole intention.
But Villains Grove, it's open during the day for...
I don't think so.
Is it not?
I don't know.
Redwood
I don't
Creek?
think so.
I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, you at least have Toontown and Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah. So and then have them run there until they, fall asleep. I don't know. But I get it. It can be really difficult when they're getting really antsy and you just don't know what else to do with them. But it's just for safety's sake.
Yep.
Like, I worry every time I see this happening.
That's why there's heads up on your phone.
Or whatever else
Or
might work. I don't know.
Some sort of game on their phone. I mean, yeah.
Like we mentioned, some of these things are like legit things that you could actually get in major trouble for by cast members if they see you. Actually, most of these things. I think even with this lightsabers, they really discourage people from doing lightsaber fights.
Yep.
Because
and same thing with you can't just have your spider bots playing around on the ground everywhere or your droids. They really will.
They discourage it. They have places for the spider bots.
Yes.
If you really want to, they have designated spots.
And in Disney World, they had a place for the droids. I don't think they do in Disneyland, but it's not quite as roomy. But yeah, people all the time will take their droid out, and I would just like wandering around like, what if someone trips on it? Like. They could get
not
hurt.
Not everyone's paying attention where they're going.
Yep, and it could also damage your droid that you just built. So,
yeah. So yeah, I think that I wouldn't say these are all just pet peeves. The only one that's like, what's wrong with you guys? Just let people have fun would be the hands up thing. But it's just more like, I know it gives us a heart attack.
Yeah,
because we're behind you, and I'm like, I don't want to be.
If
splattered.
you're tiny and you've done it all your life, and your hands only go up a little bit, then. Go for it.
Good for you.
Good for you. We are tall, and I'm worried about my hand.
I don't put my hands up on rides anyway.
I sometimes do, but yeah, when it's more open, I just feel scared about it.
Yeah. By the way, every time you wrote bags, it looks like boys.
Boys
in the pouch or at your feet. Put your boys at your feet.
One funny thing about it, though, because like they say, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, but they never really yell at you if you have your hands up.
No.
I guess they just mean kind of the side.
I don't think they say anything if you have your feet out.
Yeah. But like if you were to put your arm out of stuff.
They don't say anything about that either.
That's true. Yeah. Do what you want. Just kidding.
I don't think they have speakers like that on any of those big coasters, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So I don't know if that's the best example.
They're just trying to look out for your safety.
It's also the reason why they keep telling you, like, if a ride's stopped or broken down, they will tell you 80 million times, stay seated. And it's because they know people are going to try to just stand up and get out. And there's going to be like, where else are we going to go? And like, there are people that are trying to do the opposite. So they have to say 80 million times because if they don't say it if they only said it 79,999,999 times, someone will say, I never heard them say that.
Yep. Like the ladies on Pirates, the one time where there's like, oh, we'll just get out and play with, or talk to the guys that are on the dynamite there.
Yeah,
that's
I don't understand
fun.
People. They don't make any sense to me. So, at any rate, this is just for your safety, the safety of your stuff. And also it kind of gives you, some of these, it gives you insight to know, like, why did they ask you to do these things?
Yeah.
Why is it that they're making me do this? And it sometimes it's not for your safety, it's for the safety of your stuff. And when they say safety of your stuff, it's really for them. They don't want to go look for it.
And they don't want the liability. They're like, my cell phone broke because it fell out. Well,
I don't think they're liable for that, but
No,
they're
I
just
guess
more
not,
like,
but-
I don't think they want to go search for it. They're tired of it.
Well, and it's got to be frustrating for the guest who loses something because they're not going to like shut the ride down that second and go get it. It'll be maybe at the end of the day. And
yeah, they'll say like sometimes if you see the ride break down and come back up, come and talk to us because we'll have swept through at that point. But
if you think of something else too, let us know because there's probably some we missed. If there's some like big ones or some things you've seen, let us know on Instagram. Yeah, no, I think that's actually everything. So stay safe.
don't bicker with the cast members. They're not trying to be jerks. They're trying to keep everyone safe and happy and healthy.
Yep.
That is their point. And also trying to keep your stuff with you, which is probably where you would like to keep it anyway. So just kind of keep that in mind. And with that, I do actually know that right now they are Getaway Today, as long as other people, but Getaway Today are now selling their 2026 packages. Disney has finally released all the tickets and packages and stuff for 2026 a couple weeks ago. So they're selling those, and they actually still have the special going on adults at kids prices, and they have some other special discounts if you're going during Halloween time.
Nice.
So if you're thinking like a last minute trip, they have some great deals going on. So use the link in the description to look into that. It's a great way to help support us as well. Again, you're not going to spend any more if you were to use our link or not, but as a way to help support us.
Yes. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I can talk.
There we go. And then make sure you subscribe to the podcast to get new episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week. Next week is going to be September.
Is it already?
Yes. This weekend is Labor Day weekend.
Oh my goodness. Yes,
I know, right?
I have to work Labor Day. Dang.
Don't you usually?
Most of the time.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.